cells of the epidermis. So this includes the keratinocytes. The keratinocytes are basically present in all layers of the epidermis, and that is about 90 to 95% of all epidermal cells. And other thing to note is keratinocyte, it is derived from ectoderm, and it is differentiation in C2. Now looking at the characteristic features of the keratinocyte. So here the keratinocytes, they are rich in the intermediate filaments. They are rich in the intermediate filaments, and they are known as the keratin. And what it does, it provides mechanical strength. It provides the mechanical strength, and this is provided to the cell. And next, the keratinocyte in the basal layer, the keratinocyte present in the basal layer, what this does is it divides and it generates the upper layers. The next cells what we are seeing is the melanocytes. The melanocytes, they are present in the stratum basale, and it is derived from the neural crest. Other thing to note is that it migrates to epidermis. Next, looking at the features, the melanocytes synthesize the melanin, and in granules known as the melanosomes, and it is transferred to the keratinocytes of the epidermis. Transferred to keratinocytes of epidermis, and this is through an elongated process. And this is known as the dendrites. Next, the each melanocytes, each melanocytes, what we see, it is transfers the melanosomes to the 36 keratinocytes, and this is known as the epidermal melanin unit, and it has about 36, the ratio is 36K is to 1M. Next we are looking at the Merkel cells. In terms of the Merkel cells, this is present in the stratum basale, that is the red ridges, and the Merkel cells are derived from the ectoderm and the neural crest cells, as well as the ectoderm. And what we see, it differentiates in C2. Characteristic features, it is also known as the touch cells or the Ashiban cells. They are the type 1 slow adapting touch receptors, Next we are looking at the Langerhans cells. In case of the Langerhans cells, it is present in the stratum spinosum, and it is derived from the bone marrow, and it migrates to the epidermis. Now looking at the features, they are the dendritic. They are dendritic. Another thing to note is that it is the antigen presenting cells. Antigen presenting cells. And it is characterized by the presence of rod shaped. It has presence of rod shaped as well as the tennis racket shaped granules. These are known as Burbeck granules, and they are seen on the electron microscopy, not the normal microscopy, electron microscopy. And next there are the immunohistochemical markers. Immunohistochemical markers. They are nothing but the CD1A, CD207, that is the Langerin, and the S100 are seen.